The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Fellow citizens, following the sequence of events, Uganda seems to be at political crossroads.
I'm not a servant of anybody.
Madam, I know the law.
As such, Alternative Digitalk brings you the Interface Show with retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besuje.
Let's keep on the same page on Alternative Digitalk,
As he gives you the alternatives on the transition question, rule of law, human rights and freedom, youth inclusion in governance, economic stagnation, as he confirms.
I'll be always here Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning. Be there.
Don't miss the live discussion on the Alternative Uganda, Digitalk TV Facebook pages, and the Alternative Uganda YouTube channel.
Amacha amalungi abatukereddeko ku mpewo zaffe za The Alternative Uganda njagala okubaaniriza era okubalamusaako nti bamikwano mwasuze mutya Farida Bikobere lyerinnya eryange nga ndi wano ate okukola Global News Updates. Nyabo bategeeza nti musobola otusanga ku Facebook page The Alternative Uganda oba Digitalk TV. Wonna oba otusanze wansi mu comment section ogenda teekamu comment yo endowooza yo oba ekibuuzo kyo tujja kubanga ate munange tunyumyamuko naawe musawo kumala esaawa 2 kuva saawa 2 paka saawa 4 tulinawo omugenyi waffe ge tugenda okubanga ate tunyumyamu emboozi ey'enjawulo tunyumyamu ebizibu ebiruma Teso region n'ensonga oba bo babi-identifyinze ate ne bafindinga ne solutions to them. So njaga kutegeeza nti mukwano beerako gwe gwena wenna alina interest in Teso issues oba ng'ova Teso it is your time tugenda kubanga ate munnaye twogeramu embeera eri mu kitundu kyeyo. Akati njagala ntandike n'amawulire mpolampola kawo obudde tebujja kumba bulungi nnyo. I only have 20 minutes to do the news, so ngenda tandika mpolampola. Olunaku lw'eggulo wabadde kucacanja yabadde sanyu ngate Article 25 of the Computer Misuse Act is outlawed. So munange kati nno kino kyaddiridde abakulu mu mwaka gwa 2016 Andrew Karamaji ne munne omukulu Robert Shaka bwe bavaayo ne bagenda mu kooti nga bawakanya that particular article, that section of the law nga bagamba nti it intrigues on the citizens' freedom of speech and expression. Kakati olunaku lw'eggulo panel of judges kwabaddeko ba judges 5 era nga Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera yawadde leading judgment bavudde ne bategeeza nti that particular section contravenes with Article 29 of the Constitution era ne bajja outlawing nga bategeeza nti eno nno article infringing ku freedom of speech and expression ey'abantu. Kakati munange offensive communication is no longer an offense in Uganda because bavudde ne bategeeza nti it is really hard to determine what has been offensive and what isn't offensive. So omukulu abali bawakanya etteeka lya Serere, we can now celebrate. We are seeing tutandise okulaba ate munange justice system ngetukolera tujja kwebaza abakulu abo kyova olaba tubakubiriza nnyo nti oba n'obutali bumativu anywhere dukira mu duka mbiro genda owaabe osanga munange onoofuna obwenkanya kakati ku pano yaba aba judges kwabaddeko Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butere yawadde leading judgment, ne kubeerako Justice Kenneth Kakuru, ne kubeerako Justice Geoffrey Kalyabwire, ate ne kubeerako n'omukyala Justice Elizabeth Musoke. And another one kwabaddeko too, and Monica Mugenyi. So munnange baneno bavuddeyo ne basazaamu eyo article ne bagamba nti it is outlawed, tekyali, so tokyakwatibwa nti nno munnange okoze offensive communication. Olunaku olw'eggulo ku ssaawa nga 2 ez'okumakya wabaddewo ka morning scare mu Kampala, abantu we balabye ennyonyi ya Turkish Airlines ng'eri mu making rounds in the skies of Kampala for about an hour. Kati nno kino kyaleetedde abantu okweraliikirira, buli omu n'agenda nga kitweetingako what is going on. Naye olunaku bwe bwazibidde abavuddeyo aba Civil Aviation Authority bavuddeyo ne bawa statement yaabwe ne bagamba nti ennyonyi eno bwe yabadde setting off around 7 a.m. in the morning wali ku Entebbe Airport ng'eyolekera Istanbul, Turkey. Ennyonyi eno yafunyeemu obuzibu ebinyonyi yafunye collision n'ebinyonyi ebyayingidde mu engine yayo, so netasobola kubanga eyolekera mu lugendo lwayo, naye ate nga tesobola kukka because of the fuel tank yabadde ekyali nzijovu nga tegisobozesa kulandinga immediately. Kakati bano babadde balina okumaking rounds for up to an hour olugendo lw'okubaninga fuel okubanga ate babasobozesa okulandinga safely ku Entebbe Airport. Ennyonyi eno yabaddemu abantu 271 ate ne crew members babadde 10. Bonna tewali yalumiziddwa because it landed safely ku ssaawa nga 2:05 ez'okumakya. So munnange bana Kampala babadde vigilant nnyo nga balaba ennyonyi eri mu bire yeetolola. So everyone raised concerns. Kati munnange gwe munnange okubeera vigilant oba obulindaala kikulu nnyo bw'olaba ekintu ekitagenda mu maaso such that omuntu asobola okuvaayo gwe kikwatako n'akutereezaamu n'agamba yes ekyo kibaddewo naye ensonga bweti ne bweti yekireetedde okubeerawo. Kakati amawulire si malungi, amawulire ga nnaku okuva eri ku sayidi z'emikono. Former Minister Serere Mbaguta yafudde olunaku lw'eggulo. She died in her sleep mu makage emukono. She served as the State Minister for Public Service. She is called Priska Serere Mbaguta. Yafiiridde ku myaka 76. Kakati ono yazaalibwa mu mwaka gwa 1946 mu Rukungiri era nasavinga nga area MP in the 9th Parliament. Ono nanajjukirwa ku controversial statements yazze akola oba ebiteeso byabadde awa mu Parliament. Around 2016 yavaayo n'agamba nti teachers aba complaining about a better pay, they should resign. Abalala bali willing okola bajje bakole. Ate era before that yali avuddeyo n'atebolinga ekiteeso mu Parliament ng'agamba nti abasomesa batandika kwambala uniforms mu masomero nga bagenda ku ssomero nti babeere nga bambala uniforms, something that didn't sit well with the teachers. So ono yasavingako nga senior personal officer in 1975 era nasavinga nga principal personal public service officer in 1993 to 1990 ate nasavinga nga chief personal officer up to 2006. She was appointed state minister for public service era nasavinga for 10 years. Tujja saba Katonda omwoyo gwe aguwumuze ekisa era agumye abooluganda n'abaana ne ba relatives bonna. Mukama abagumye. Ffe mu Busiraamu tugamba ala tagera kibi era osanga wajjeewo ayinza okuzaawo ate ekisingako ajja kubagumya because it is hard to lose a relative, to lose a parent. So tujja basaba Mukama Katonda abagumye. Kakati music promoter omukulu Abitex gwe ayitibwa Abi Musinguzi gwe tumumanyi nga Abitex ne MC Elvis Francis baweerebwa bail olunaku lw'eggulo. It was a cash bail of 2 million era bano bategezeddwa nti bayina okureportinga mu kooti nga 7 February omwaka guno gwe tulimu. Bano nno babasomedde 13 counts of negligence ezaviirako abantu okufiira wali ku Freedom City abasoba mu 10. Bano babadde mu kooti y'e Makindye era ne babategeeza nti they are responsible, ne babasomera emisango, but fortunately babawadde cash bail ya $2 million Ugandan shillings. Era tubasuubira okureportinga mu kooti okutandika okuwulira omusango gwabwe nga 7th February this year 2023. Kati no tujja twebaze lawyer waabwe eyakoze ekyamanyi okulaba nti ate ba clients be bafuluma okubanga bawoleza wabwe. But I want to tell you, a bail tekitegeeza nti you are a free citizen now. Kiraga bulazi nti bakulese owoze ng'ova bweru, but it doesn't mean nti tokyali na musango gukwatako. So tujja bategeeza bamikwano mwena aba reporting ku bail, you shouldn't be celebrating. Abamu mugenda ate ne mukola n'emisango emirala muwoza I am a free citizen now. When they give you bail, it doesn't mean that bakujjeko emisango. Kakati olunaku abannakibiina kya FDC bavuddeyo ne bategeeza nti bagenda kuyingira mu nsonga ey'omukulu Lord Mayor ne General Sale olw'ebigambo ebigambibwa nti bukiiti buno bubadde buyitingana bubadde buva wa General Sale nga butagetinga Lord Mayor wa kibuga Kampala. Bano bavuddeyo ne bategeeza nti bagenda kuwandiikira omukulu General Sale nga bamubuuza obanga kituufu nti bukiiti buno busaculatinga ku social media buva side we, era ne bategeeza nti bwe kinaabeera nti kituufu nti obukiiti buno omukulu agenda kuba owuninga bajja kudiringa ne Mr. Lukwago according to the constitution of the party. Era ono yavuddeyo n'abitutegeeza omukulu John Kikonyogo, deputy spokesperson w'ekibiina kya FDC. Yavuddeyo n'abitegeeza nti nonno bano we banaazuula nti ate omukulu Lukwago abadde akolagana ne General Sale era nga General Sale tamweganye, bajja kubanga ate ekibiina omukulu kimukolako nga eteeka bwe liragira, eteeka ly'ekibiina, because he is the vice president of the party. So tusuubira nti ate nabo bajja kikola. Naye nabavaayo ne bagamba nti ate bwe naabanga like waliwo abatekinza advantage of the situation nga muntu mulala, era nabo bajja batwala mu mboga z'amateeka, nabo amateeka gabakoleko kubanga bagamba nti eno situation eriwo eyonoona erinnya ly'ekibiina. Eyo ngenda vaayo tugendeko esoroti abantu bana batiddwa olw'ensonga nti bano they are suspected to be cattle thieves, era bano kigambibwa mbu babba ente z'omukyala Agnes Atayo, era babadde bakomyewo okusinziira ku area LC3 chairperson yavuddeyo omukulu Mike n'atugamba nti bano kiteeberezebwa nti babba ente z'omukyala oyo, era babadde bakomyewo okubba ente endala. Abantu we babeekuumidde ne babakwata ne babatta n'emmotoka yaabwe gye babadde batambuliramu ne bagikumako omuliro. Kakati ffe tujja bakubiriza bannaye muleme twalira mateeka mu ngalo n'obubbi musobola ogenda ne mubalopa singa mwabakutte ne mubatwala ku police, etteeka lisobola okubakolako, tuleme nnyo okutwalira amateeka mu ngalo. Kakati okuvaako eri mu Ministry of Health, amawulire malungi endinze 42 days countdown to be declared a Ebola free country. Omukyala Honorable Ruth Acheng yavuddeyo n'atweetinga ng'ali mu kwebaza public okusobola okuba nti mwafaayo nnyo okubeera bulindaala okwekuuma Ebola, era nti n'ategeeza nti ensi yonna okubeera nga bagideclaringa a free Ebola country eyina okubanga eyise mu 2 incubation periods. Kati incubation periods zibeera za 21 days. 21 days, they're making it 42 days. Feza aweddeko yesterday nga teturegisterinze any cases of Ebola. So ekyo nno kitegeeza nti we are an Ebola free country. Era omukyalo ono Ruth Acheng yavuddeyo n'ategeeza nti omukolo ogw'okujaguza gugenda kubeera eri mu Mbende olunaku lwa leero. Kakati mu bbanga eryo erya Ebola twaregistaringa 142 cases era ne turegistaringa 56 deaths ne turegistaringa 86 recoveries. As of now we are celebrating okuba nti ate Ebola twamulinnye ku nfeete, tetukyalina Ebola mu Uganda era tusuubira emikolo okubanga gigenda kukwajja olunaku lwa leero side zeeyo emubende because be basinga okubeera affected ne Ebola. Tugendako side mu Serere tumunange eyo nno waliyo by-election era ng'abantu bangi bavuddeyo ne balaga their interest to stand omuli ne former woman MP w'ekyo ekitundu omukyala Alice Alaso naye yavuddeyo n'ategeeza nti she is going to stand in the by-election ezigenda okuba nga ate ziri mu Serere. Kakati zino by-election zaddiridde area MP w'ekitundu okubanga yafiira mu accident. Omukulu Patrick Okabe yafiira mu motor accident last month. Kakati kye kyaleetedde by-election eno okubanga ate eteekebwawo. Bantu bangi bavuddeyo ne balaga interest yaabwe omuli omwana Emmanuel Okabe oyo omwana w'omugenzi eyabadde yakafa, mulimu Philip Okal ono NRM flag bearer ate muli tulina batu independents omuli Emmanuel Eratu ne Martin nabo katusuubira nti abantu bangi bajja kujja balaga interest ebibiina be basunsule then tufune final candidates abanominatingibwe okuba nti ate tubafuna bajje bakompetinge. Tusuubira nti these ones have mastered the challenges of TESO era bazze ne solutions okulaba nti bakola ki basolovinga ebizibu by'etteeso. Olunaku luba lwakusatu tubeera bakyala bokka nga ffe abali ku seeti ffe ababeera mu driving seat okulaba nti ate olunaku tulwezza when we promote gender promotinga nnyo gender equality abakyala tubasosowaza nnyo so wano ku Digitalk ojja kubanga ate tulaba every Wednesday nga tuliwo n'omumbeja Lilian Luwedde mu studio with our guest gwe tuba tufunye ku olwo olunaku nga tunyumyamu ko ate era Wednesday eno ebeera marketing day for us. You've olaba nti tubeera mu t-shirts nga tuli mu marketinga our own souls, what we do and osobola okubanga ate otuwa business gwayina birthday party oyina graduation party oyagala ate tukwata omukolo gwo munange naawe osobola otukubirako bogenda ku inbox ya The Alternative Uganda ate munaye notuleeterako ku business na wayagala okulanga business yo okola ki otunda ki boutique oyina ngoye z'abagole what are you selling. We are here kulabanga ate byotu business yo tugimanyisa abantu osobola okubanga ate naawe otunoonyako ne tukukolera business ne tulanga business yo ne tugisoosowaza ate munnange naawe n'osiima bakasitoma ne bajja banaye mutuleetere business gwe nno njagala okutegeeza ayina business togenda funa bakasitoma unless you market your business. Market your business. It is very important to invest in marketing because marketing brings a lot of clients. Sereta magoba manji nnyo. No one is going to come to you nga tamanyi kyokola. So we should be coming to you nga tumanyi what you are selling. What tunamanyira is because you have marketed your business. So it is very important okubanga ate otuleetera obulango business yo ne tugikuba abantu maaso ne bagimanya. Ngenda sembyayo neggulira erya aba national curriculum banono bavuddeyo ne bategeeza nti ensetinga y'ebibuuzo ebya senior 4 egenda kyuka era nno egenda tandika n'abaana abali mu senior 3 this year bo bagenda kubanga ate batuula ebigezo ebiri totally different from bino ebyaffe gye twatuula oba ebyo badde nga tutuula era bano bagambye nti bano nno the past papers ezibadde zijja kubanga tezikyali nnyo much important kubanga bigenda kubanga byanjawulo nnyo ddala okuviira okwawukanira ddala ku ffe bye tubadde nga tutuula oba yone babadde ngawo mu myaka egiyise era ne bakubiriza abaana okuba nti mu kusoma nnyo okulaba nti ate ebibuuzo bino mubiyita kubanga ensonga nti bakyusa curriculum nti eri student centered era n'ebibuuzo bijja kwetaagisa interactio okulaba nti ate obinnyonnyola oba obiyita bijja kuba bibuuzo it is general knowledge like byakulowooza si bya mu kitabo so mukwano tujja kukubiriza nnyo obeere nti osoma kubanga ebibuuzo ekintu ekiri general kyetaagisa gwe okubanga you have read to have a broader broad understanding of the whole concept gye bagenda okubanga ate munange bababuuzaako. So abaana bali mu masomero it is very important mufune textbooks ezo muzisome mwebuuze nnyo ku basomesa bammwe because ekintu gwe kye weetandikidde kyangu nnyo okutegeera okusinga oli kyakuleetedde as in when you go and read about this book you yourself before the teacher introduces the topic you will understand it more when the teacher comes to class because you already have information about it. So it is student centered, it is upon you the students okubanga ate mugenda ne mwenonyeza biki bye mulina okusomako okusinga teacher bwanajja mu kirasi natandika okubanyonyola Napoleon Bonaparte jakolanga bwati ne bwati but naye it is no longer that way. Naye nga njagala okomyana amawulire ganga ag'olunaku lwa leero ninde ate omukyala Lilian Lweda atwegatteko n'omugenyi wange already yatuuse dda ate nno we tunakomawo tujja kubawa ne quote of the day. A very good morning.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Fellow citizens, following the sequence of events, Uganda seems to be at political crossroads.
I'm not a servant of anybody.
Madam, I know the law.
As such, Alternative Digital brings you the Interface Show with retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besuje.
Let's keep on the same page on Alternative Digitalk.
As he gives you the alternatives on the transition question, rule of law, human rights and freedom, youth inclusion in governance, economic stagnation, as he confirms.
I'll be always here Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning. Be there.
Don't miss the live discussion on the Alternative Uganda, Digitalk TV Facebook pages, and the Alternative Uganda YouTube channel.
Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to the Snap Talk with your girl Teddy Tenjo every Saturday right from 6 to 7.
Naku zino twajjirwa flat tami. Tukyayambalako ku ngoye obutukwata.
Wajja naku body shaming. Speak up. Gendo ba confronting. Obagambe ekyo kyemukola si kirungi.
Teweerabira nti tuli wano ku the Alternative Digitalk. Mukwano gwange gwali topic ki wandiyagadde twogereko. Is it about family?
Nga ze tata wange amanyira nkola n'obuvunanyizibwa nyina bungi. Era agezaako n'anyamba yambako yanda.
Naye kumukubira kumubuuzaako. Noga mama we bali kunzaala.
Is it outside family? Is it society? Oh, could it be relationships?
Come and visit, call me. Simanyanga I miss you bichi. Especially embeera y'obudde si nnungi.
Naye n'omuntu akwagalira mu season aba takwagala nze nkubuulira.
Just be commenting nga topic yona gyandiyagadde twogereko tujja kwa tujogera kwano ku the Alternative Digitalk ku share enganzi the Snap Talk.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
A very good morning, our viewers. Thank you so much for keeping it the alternative Digitalk. It is the Mighty Drive. We air from 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning. I am Princess Luo de Lillian, and in the studios we've been joined by our guest, Mr. Etomet Gilbert. Yeah, he's going to be telling us about him and why he is aspiring to be the Member of Parliament, Serere County. Yes, welcome to the welcome to the Mighty Drive. We are live on our Facebook page, that is the Alternative Uganda, and Digitalk TV. So you can be part of the discussion by commenting. We'll be reading your comment before we come to the end of the show today. But I am not alone in the studios. I'm also with my co-host, my host, Miss Farida Bikobede, the Princess of Bunyoro. Yeah, we are going to be talking about that the challenges from Teso region, from Serere County, and then he's going to be telling us a lot of what he's going to be doing in case he's elected as the Serere County Member of Parliament. Njogedde oluzungu lungi nnyo naatera n'ebigambo ebimu binaatera n'okunva mu mutwe, so kanzireko mu lulimi Oluganda lwentegeera obulungi ennyo, lulimi lugwira, so kambabuuzeko mu lulimi Oluganda bane mwasuze mutya abakedde naffe olunaku olwa simanyi lwaki mukyala Farida nsekerera naye genda kubatuwa quote of the day, then ayanirize n'omugenyi waffe ow'olunaku olwaleero. Tugenda kuba twogera olulimi Oluzungu n'olulimi Oluganda, so munnange byonna bye tunaaba twogedde tujja kuba ebimu tubizaako mu Luganda, gwe atabitegedde osobola okuba nga obitegeera. Rogers nzikiriza ensonga eno naawe kwatako, so tugenda kuba byonna tubyogerako. Farida, good morning. Naye sooka ombuulire lwaki oli mu kunsekerera. Is it because of my English?
No, today when I go here, I told Roger, like, we are going to be talking English for the whole 2 hours.
No, I guess it's...
I was like, why?
I guess understand some little bit of...
But we are talking about issues of the Teso, and they may understand Luganda, so that... tukakatikako okanga tugenda kwogera Luzungu for the whole 2 hours, but that is not a big deal. We shall do the English.
Indeed, we shall English.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, Farida Bikobede is my name. I am happy to be here. I am with Omumbeja Lirian Nwede. We are going to be having a discussion about the challenges of the Teso region, the aspirants, what are their mandate, what are they going to do for the people of Teso, have they mastered the problems of the Teso region. We know there are a lot of problems of the people of Teso are facing. So we want to really understand. These people that are showing interest in standing to be the members of Parliament, representing Serere sub-county as it is. Do they really understand the problems the people of the sub-county are facing, and have they really come out with the visible, tangible solutions to those particular problems? I really want to implore you to be engaging in the comment section, be giving in your ideas, your questions. We will be reading them out to the guest in our next hour of the show. Our quote of the day is, I am doing my reading of the 5 a.m. club or the book, so I'll be getting out some points. When you get knowledge, is you give it out to other people. So because you do not want to read, I'll be reading and sharing with you. Today I'm going to give you 5 important points to success as you wake up in the morning and you are going to work. You need to have these 5 points within your heart to make sure you get the success that you are aiming at. One point is, the reality of life is that we will hear more no's than the yeses. You are going to make 1,000 applications and one will be a yes, and then 99 will be no. And the yes will not be the first one. It will be the last one. You know what that means? That means that you will have to be consistent in whatsoever you are going to do. Because these 99 no's are going to be the first to come. Yeah. But because you are going to be consistent, you will reach the one yes after being consistent. I remember one girl who was giving her story, and she's like, I contested for 6 times, Ngangwa. By the 7th time, yeah, I won. And they became the Miss USA. So you are going to hear more no's than you hear the yeses. What is going to keep you pushing is your consistency in doing whatsoever you will be doing. Let it be a business. Ogenda kola business yonga tereta magoba, but your consistency, you're going to keeping or pushing. And then we are going to see you have to do private reflection. Sit down, do those works. Do the silent thinking. How often do you even sit and think? As in, you sit and think. Do the silent thinking about you. Private reflection. And I always sit and your daily behavior. Does your daily behavior align with what you want to be? Who you want to be? Your daily behavior speaks a lot to who you want to be, how you put on, how you address people, how you speak, how you conduct yourself in public. Your daily behavior, does it align with the person you want to be? I'm going to give you only 2 points for today. You know I am a reader, and when I read, I give out. So today I've given you only 2 points. Go and reflect on yourself. It is always important to sit and reflect on what you have done and what you haven't done. Manifest what you want to be. Manifest what you want to have. Manifest what you want to be. That is how you are going to achieve success. It is not a one-day thing. And always have a 60-minute learning period in a day, every day. 60-minute learning period. Either you are listening to an audio book, you are listening to a podcast, or you are reading. You must be adding something new onto yourself every day. I talk about the 5 a.m. club. If you do not want to read, there is an audio book on YouTube. You can listen to it, because maybe you have no money to buy the book. You can listen to it. It is an 11-hour listening. You can listen, you can divide it. Like every day I'll be listening to this book for 1 hour. It is 11 hours. So you can do it in one sitting. Whole day you are listening to a book. So it is up to you. But make sure you have 60 minutes in a day learning something new. You are either doing something new, you are writing in your journal, you are doing something new every day. Good morning. Lillian, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
You can welcome our guest.
Okay, you are Mr. Etomet. Say hello to our viewers, and then a brief bio about yourself. We need to get to know about you.
Good morning, viewers, and I take this opportunity to thank my co-hosts for Digital TV, Miss Lillian and Farida. Thank you so much for giving me this platform. Well, my name's Etomet Gilbert, aspiring for the MP Serere County. Like they say, leadership is a calling, so it's only ordained by God. And the reason as why I'm coming in to represent the people of Serere is because I've been on the grassroots. Since my childhood, I've grown up in the village, and I do understand the context and the depth of the problems of the people of Serere. Ranging from the early 80s when I was still very young, and the 90s when I was a young kid, we had a lot of insurgencies, TESO wars, until the NRM came and restored the peace. So from that point of view, you look at TESO as a transforming society, changing from the primitive village now to somehow. So we need to adopt certain solutions geared towards solving the problems affecting our people. So I come in because I'm now well positioned and skilled to lead my people, in a sense that I've gained a lot of experience, both from the home background, and also in the Kampala settings. And I have a lot of network now to connect my fellow Serere people to different places. So it's because of this exposure that I think I can help my other citizens back home there. Excuse me. So I bring in programs like the youth, hands-on skilling and training. You know, when you go to TESO, there are a lot of trading centers, and you find that some of these youth are just idle and playing in the trading centers, these Ludo, cards. It's because they have not reached senior 4. They have not reached senior 6. Why? Because the parents have no money to finance their education. So we want to come up with a program that cuts across Serere to tap in the youth who are vulnerable, who have not gone ahead with the education, and give them a life with a hands-on training. We have things like mechanical, vehicle mechanical and repair. You don't need to reach some level. Even if you are just a common man, you can learn how to repair the vehicle. And there's a government presidential initiative.
Skilling Uganda?
Yes. So we need to sensitize people to enroll in for these programs. And then also we have issues like computers. We want to teach our citizens how to use the computers, because now the world is going digital. Even if you have not gone highly in education, you can know how to use the computer. And then we have things like how to do the welding, because these centers, they are growing, but they need doors, windows, so we need to equip our youth with how to do the welding, how to make shoes, because you know the population is growing, the market is growing outside Uganda. We are surrounded by countries like Sudan, Congo, so these are all markets for our products. So when we skill the youth on how to make shoes, the craft shoes, how to make paper bags, they can earn a living and boost their income in their households. Also, why I came in is because looking at the situation of Serere, normally we have the droughts. So we want to sensitize farmers and give them the free, improved, quick maturing seeds so that they can harvest seeds within the reasonable period of 3 months. Unlike the old seedlings of 4 to 5 months, you wait for the entire season of 4 months and you don't harvest anything. So we want to work with the development partners who can supply us with the seedlings, quick maturing seedlings to empower our people so that they can boost their agricultural harvests. And also add value to the harvest that they get from their farming, in a sense that when the farmers harvest this, it should be in a collective bargaining power where we can process these agricultural products and add value, so that people from Kenya should not come and exploit our farmers and buy these agricultural products at a lower price. Because
okay. I think you've been able to tell us a lot of what you're going to do, but before you continue, we would like to know, do you subscribe to any political party?
Yes. I'm standing in for JEMA political party. And you know, JEMA is one of the political parties with the best manifesto in this country, because it's looking at e-commerce, education, the skilling of the youth, of the citizens of this country. So I come in with the JEMA manifesto, and this is where I base.
Okay.
Yes.
So of all parties, why JEMA?
Because it has the best manifesto, cuts across the country to help the citizens. Yes.
I heard you talking about getting market. You know, you've talked about a lot of things that you're going to do, and I am going to be taking you back on each particular point that you have given, such that you can explain it to the people and they understand. What do you mean when you say you are going to bring up to broaden the market? Have you really done research and known the reason why your seeds or whatever you are growing in Teso isn't going out into the market? Is it because of the poor quality of the things you are producing, your produce? Is it because of the the fertilizer that you're using? What you need to tell us. Have you identified, made a lot of research around that area before you come up and say, I am going to create market for your produce for the people of Teso and Serere as a sub-county?
Thank you so much for that insightful question. Well, yes, since I am a son of the soil, I know the type of environment we live in Serere. The soil, we don't need fertilizers. Our soil is very fertile. We only need water. In a sense that if we empower our farmers, even with the irrigation, the harvest will be very okay. So about our crops or our harvests, why the market is low, it's because sometimes even before you harvest, we find that people from outside Teso come and buy your crops when they are still in the garden. You look at that. So it's because of the high levels of poverty that makes people sell even crops before the harvest. So we need to just sensitize these people and give them the positive energy that you don't sell your crops before you harvest. We shall get through the market. And this is why you see the Kenyans, South Sudan people, come and buy off. So they know that there is value for our crops, for our harvests. So it's not that we don't have the market. We have the market. But the problem is everyone is targeting Teso. You see the oranges in Kampala, they come from Teso.
When I listen to your mandate on like what you want to do, you echo the same points the son Emmanuel is going to do. Like he said, you about said, like you are pointing the same things. You are pointing out the same things. When he was talking about giving his speech, he was pointing out the same things. My question would be, why don't you join efforts? And then maybe one of you goes behind the other. Because you have the same mandate, you want to present the same things. So why don't you, the both of you, come together and maybe you give support to the other or he gives support to you?
Well, that is a tricky question because I, for myself, I think I'm the best for that post. Reason is that I've grown up in the rural settings. Emmanuel perhaps has grown up in the Western world. He might be coerced to talk the way I am supposed to talk, but he is not experienced on the ground. That's my judgment.
Okay.
Because you cannot come from America and talk about farmers in Serere. And me who has been on the ground.
You need to have a touch with the people.
You need to have a touch. You need to have participated in the real agriculture and feel the wrath.
The problems that are affecting the people must have affected you as a candidate.
Yes. Not you talking from the America.
From here, says.
No.
Okay, so how are you going to address the issue? We still have issues with education.
Yes.
In the Serere district, Serere County. So how are you going to address those issues?
Actually, even I have not told you about the problems affecting people in details because we have problems like poor education, poor health facilities, there are droughts, and then you find cattle restoring, you find poor seedlings, a lot.
You're going to be breaking them down.
Yes.
So, like you identify a problem and then you tell us the solution that you're coming with.
Yes. So back to your point of poor education
system.
Well, like in my manifesto, in GEMA, we believe in empowering the education system, whereby we have an equal education system across the country. in this regard, we want to look at the situation. I mean, our manifesto, we want to make sure that electricity is in the rural area to aid the pupils and the secondary institutions to have access to evening preps and learning, just like the way in Kampala. Then also, my manifesto talks about getting the past papers of Kampala's schools like Gayaza, Budo, Hillside, taking to those rural village schools so that they get the touch of what the Kampala
Students are studying.
And standards, yes. They do the same papers. And then also doing the exchange program, whereby we talk to these private schools to give us their teachers, to mentor our pupils and our teachers also, to see they share the program, share the ideas. This will accelerate the education standards in rural village in Serere. So I will be engaging on the exchange program with the big schools in Kampala to go to Serere and share exchange programs, how they have been making it to the top. So that is on top of my agenda as a member of parliament for Serere.
Okay. So what of the structures? I mean, the condition in which some of the school structures are in is not so good. So how are you going to also address that?
Well, surely talking, most of the schools are dilapidated, and this is a government role to make sure that all the schools under UP are in good shape. But as a member of parliament, it does not stop me from lobbying from international development partners. If I can lobby for support, we will chip in to see where necessary to help our people. So we make sure that we bridge that gap between the government and our people. So we'll participate in the school development programs to make sure that the iron sheet, so maybe the painting or the classrooms are well built for our pupils, for our students in secondary schools. So we'll engage the development partners in this development of the schools.
Okay, what are you planning to do about the high rates of school dropouts in Teso?
Yes, on the high school dropout, like earlier on mentioned in the manifesto of GEMA, we have a plan to boost the circles in Serere. When you boost the circles of Serere, people will have the lending ability. They will get money and do business with the low interest rates. And then also empower people with the business incubation programs so that these income generating activities can enable them to pay the school fees for their children. So the level of high school dropout will be reduced. And then also we intend to work with the NGOs to see that we identify the vulnerable families that really do not have access to the education.
But,
so,
sorry to interject in, but then we have school dropouts that are caused by early pregnancies.
I was coming to that. So issues associated with the early child pregnancy is that it's basically because of child marriage. And what is the drive factor for child marriage is poverty. Because some of these families, they really don't have, they look at a girl child as a source of wealth in Teso, whereby you get 4 cows, 6 cows, and that is the end. So we want to make sure that we establish an NGO to drive away the stigma from people, not to look at a girl as a source of wealth. So it's about the ideology to drive the stigma of the mindsets of our people. And then bring some other activity that they look at it like a source of income.
Okay, my question before we go for a break would be like, what haven't the previous MPs done that has made this particular problem still be around or within the Teso sub-region or within Serere County that you are going to do? What haven't they done that you are going to do? Because now we are looking at alternatives. We do not want to hear the same story of the previous MPs that have been telling us. There's some things that you are telling us. And when you get into parliament, what you do is forget about everything that you promised the people, because everyone will say, I am going to work around the education in my area, and then we are seeing Teso being ranked with high school dropouts, being ranked with early marriages, and everyone that is coming up to contest is talking about the same things, particular issues about those particular areas. What is that something that is totally different from the other people that you really believe that is going to work this time?
Well, thank you for the question. And when you look at Serere, really there's a high dropout of school, people who have not finished senior 6. Many previous MPs have not tapped into the youth skilling program.
So this government youth skilling program hasn't reached
Has not yet reached Serere.
Okay.
So this is where I pride myself, that even without the government, we can do it ourselves.
My other question was going to be like, how do you plan to work with the NRM, because it is a government program, and it has always been that in areas where the MP is not an NRM, then the government projects are not going to reach the people of that particular constituency. How do you plan to mend fences with the government, such that the government programs reach your area and the people benefit from them?
Well, my strategy, looking at my manifesto and the manifesto for my party, GEMA, is looking at partnering with development partners. Because
not necessarily government.
If the government has delayed, we are not going to wait.
Okay.
We don't have time to wait, because you are in for 5 terms, 5 years. And when you wait, since you're in a position, the government might not fund you. So we are looking at a strategy of working with development partners.
Okay.
Yes. And we will have a lobbying team based overseas, maybe in the US and UK, to
particularly lobby.
Yes. So you find that we will achieve our target.
Okay.
And then on the side of education, like, we will not wait still for the government, because we have contacts for these international schools, big schools in Kampala. So the exchange program does not necessarily mean that the government must approve this.
Intervene.
We will have our team on the ground talking to different schools and engage them, and we have a MOU. So when we have a MOU with these schools, we can reach an agreement and go and enrich our community. That's my target. That's my target with GEMA as a party.
As a party.
Yes.
Okay. But don't you think that that call needs to be forwarded to the Ministry of Education to provide necessary facilities that need to be used in these schools, other than you going to other schools to provide support or help?
Well, I think when we reach the bridge, we shall surely cross the bridge at the right time.
But getting into the road, knowing there is a bridge in where you're going, you need to be prepared on how you are going to cross the bridge. You don't need to wait to reach at the bridge and then you find solutions on how you might cross the bridge. But since you said you will get the solutions when you have reached the bridge, we are going to go into a short commercial break. And then when we come back, we are still talking about Teso region, the problems, the challenges they're facing, and then we are having Gilbert in the studios. He's giving solutions. He's telling you what he can do for the people of Teso to make sure they are also living a fairly good life. So please, your comment section your comments in the comment section, make them brief. We shall be reading everything in the comment section, your questions, your ideas, your suggestions. So if there are questions, Mr. Gilbert will be answering some of them. If there are ideas, we shall be debating about them. We are going in for a commercial break. When we come back, we are still here at the Night Drive. We'll be talking about Teso in particular.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704111720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.
Fellow citizens, following the sequence of events, Uganda seems to be at political crossroads.
I'm not a servant of anybody.
Madam, I know the law.
As such, Alternative Digitalk brings you the Interface Show with retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besuje.
Let's keep on the same page on Alternative Digitalk,
As he gives you the alternatives on the transition question, rule of law, human rights and freedom, youth inclusion in governance, economic stagnation, as he confirms.
I'll be always here Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning. Be there.
Don't miss the live discussion on the Alternative Uganda, Digitalk TV Facebook pages, and the Alternative Uganda YouTube channel.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Tukulikeyo mu kuwummulamuko katuli mu kitundu kyaffe ekyokubiri ekya Mighty Drive. Njagala okubeebaza okubeerako abali mu kutulaba munnange mwebale nnyo kaddata kali expensive, so we thank you. You know what, I've just realized Mr. Gilbert knows Luganda, so we are going to be talking more of Luganda in this second hour of the show. Also mabadde luyitiridde annange. Thank God Mr. Gilbert knows Luganda. When we went for our commercial break, I had him speak Luganda and I'm like, Otyo, so we can do Luganda. We are going to do Luganda kale 60 and we do the English 40% of the show, of this second hour in particular, because first hour togedde nnyo Oluzungu. Kati eno bannange ken second hour katu relaxinge mukono Luganda kati ntono. Kati njagala okubaddiramuko by'Oluzungu bye tubadde tunyumya. Tuli ku nsonga za Teso, in particular Serere County. He's an aspirant, era azze ku kadi ya Jema. Ayina ensonga ye zaalaba nti ze zisinza okukwata ennyo abantu b'Eteso, era avuddeyo n'ezimu ku ngeri butya bw'ayinza okuzihandolingamu, era abadde azitunyumizaamu mpola nti ku nsonga ya education nti abaana dropouts nnyingi nnyo, azze ne solution yazo. Kati ku nsonga nti ebirime tebirina katale, era he has a solution around that area. So munnange gwe ali Eteso gwalowooza nti ekizibu kyo tekitanna kyogerako, mu comment section awo wandiikawo ensonga yo oba ekibuuzo kyo oba idea yo o suggestion yo, tujja kubanga tugimusomera mukulu Mr. Gilbert agenda kubanga ate akwanukula bulungi nnyo mu ku-explaining, so ajja kubanga akunyonyola butya bwayinza okubanga gwe omuntu wakuyamba. Kakati bannaye si kirungi nnyo naddala okujja okurepresenting abantu botabaddeemu, these people that you haven't been part of, like tokuliddeewo siwo naye nojja over representing. What are you representing exactly? Do you even know what is affecting these people? So kirungi nnyo obanga osuubira nti naali agadde okutikira abantu b'e Makindye eyo ojje ku ground otegeere Makindye buzibu ki obubaluma. That is if before you come, like 10 years or 5 years. So you know the real problems that are affecting the area. We still have Mr. Gilbert in the studios. Daye njagala mu interesting ennyo okwogera Oluganda kubanga show yaffe ya Luganda bwe tugikuba nnyo Oluzungu abantu bajja kudduka tusigazeeko batono ku live. So y'ensonga lwaki njagala tugiteekemuko Oluganda mpola mpola. Akati Mr. Gilbert oyogedde ku school dropouts n'oyogera ku skilling abaana ababa ba droppings out of school. Ni kati kyenjagala okumanya ensonga ya kusomesa tugiveeko kiki kyogenda okukolera abasomesa abasomeseza mu mbeera embi. Like yes, government eteeseyo amasomero naye amasomero gano tegayina bisaanizo. They don't have materials, learning materials, the laboratories, the libraries, and the curriculum, the new curriculum is student-centered. That means there should be these learning materials in schools, but you have teachers in schools that don't have anything to guide them to do this new curriculum. What are you going to do about that particular area?
Neyanziza nnyo kumpaka kana kadde tukyali ku nsonga ya education ku masomero aga Serere. Ffe ng'abajema ku manifesto yaffe tulina pulaani okulaba nti no tukwatagana n'abasomesa abali mu district bonna ne tubakuŋŋanya ku seminars ne tuba inviting aba managers, aba tutors, abali ku masomero amanene e Kampala. Ne tukola engagement okulaba nti no basharinga notes and views engeri amasomero ge Kampala ge gakukola bulungi. Kati ku ngeri eyo tujja kulaba nti no n'abasomesa bali mu kyalo bafuna exposure. Kulaba. So ye manifesto yaffe eyo exposure ejja kumotivatinga omuntu owa wansi asomesa mu kyalo n'afuna guide, teaching guide, n'agendayo ku masomero gasomesa n'akozesa guide eyo
n'atamala gasomesa. You find that a teacher is fighting so hard okumalako syllabus, the whole syllabus agisomesa abaana nenga waberawo bu guides agamba okay, yes, the syllabus is there, but there are things that you shouldn't be putting on too much energy. Ngebiralo so bireke ebirala no bisomesa no biteka kanya akadde kanje because you know the examining points, you know where they examine most. So I think it is the point that he is trying to make.
On that issue still, Zindo, engeri jogalo bingiram, is it going to be free? Because you talked about the issue of poverty in that region being one of the reasons as to why Serere has a number of students who are dropping out from school. So these programs is a skilling, are they going to be for free?
Nzenga MP programs zonna zigenda kubeera free kubanga okubeera okulemba kubeera leader kiringa Katonda akuwadde chance kati olina okubeera nga abantu bafuna free service okuleeta abasomesa okuva Kampala n'obatwala eteeso tekyetaaga billion, kyetaaga sente ntono nnyo.
But then you need some facilitation.
Yes, facilitation. As MP, there's constituency facilitation fund. Esente ezo y'obukozesa. Constituency facilitation fund. Bakuwa sente nga parliament. Y'obukozesa. Buli mwezi bakuwa esente ezo kato y'obukozesa oku managinga
your constituency.
Yes.
I want to go into the comments before Ngatetone Yongera. Mr. Ethan Mwine asks, Gilbert, all you're saying are some petty initiatives that does not produce sustainable livelihoods for the people of Serere. What are the changes you are coming up with? that will change the status quo. We can't always be in the circle of sewing machines and the welding and bricklaying.
Okay. Jogere ku Luganda oba?
It's okay, you can mix both.
Okay, ku nsonga eyo twina a variety of the youth skilling projects. Sintino Chalani and welding. Twina n'ensonga enkulu nnyo okulaba ntino buli sub-county efuna computer learning center. Eno computer learning center ejja kubeera ne solar and power. Esaawa zino ze part-timing at MTN, and the MTN has a foundation that supports such projects. Kati tujja kulaba ntino mu sub-county eina computer learning center. Tujja kubanga twina internet. Abaana ne ba accessinga ekiri ku nsi. Ne bayiga. So tujja kubanga tukola ebintu bingi kuliko charani, welding, twina computer learning centers. Abaana ne bafuna exposure to media, actors, producers, ebintu bingi nnyo.
You have really talked about scaling, and I really appreciate you really want to scale the people of Serere. But my question would be, we have the high unemployment rates in Uganda here. And I want to hear your solutions to those rates. Yeah, you are skilling people, will have computer skills. What are they going to use these skills for? Because you will have your certificate in computer, move with it till you throw it in the suitcase, go hustle like someone who has no skills. So what are your plans? What is your plan around the unemployment, the high unemployment rates in that particular region?
Okay. Nga Serere tukyali tuina centers ezikulakulanya kati. Naye mu centers ezo tetuina yade photocopying machine. Tetuina yade computer center oba printer station, photography station.
Internet cafe.
Internet cafe weri Serere town. Naye kuzino townships teziriyo. Kati twagala okukulaba ntino buli trading center eina photocopying machine, eina internet, eina printer, eina photo studio. Kubanga gye tugenda ebintu ebyo tubeetaaga. So we need such services in our community. In Serere, you only find internet cafe in Serere district, which is not even functioning at times because there is no power. So if a youth picks such a skill and goes to the nearby sub-county, natanika internet cafe, natanika printing and photocopying and studio, tuba twekendeza level is unemployment.
So rural electrification yatuke wamwe like ebyalo birina amasanyalaze.
Weri naye sibuli sub-county. Kati twagala kulaba ntino tufuna ne solar eziwangala.
How sustainable is that, like okubanga solar, are you going to partner with those people? Because anaye solar enkuba bwetonya okumala enaku nga 2 solar efefenya bweti waliwo kikoseza ko lilian solar enkuba bwetonya evumbeera nebera nga tikyasona ku charginga simu ne bwebera nene by the way zezamanyi zemugeze bagamba mbo yamanyi era bwe enkuba bwetonya nga tesirisa ogenda okula nanti eba tefunye musamanyi kuva so ogenda okulaba nti ekenderedde ddala kati bwebanga business yange eri ku solar nadala nga ina photocopy yabo oba photo studio as you are putting it, like is it sustainable?
Yeah, Serere twina rural electrification naye ate twina ku backing up nechi ne solar. Kati ebyo byonna oyina okubanga wetegese okulaba ntino oyina backup battery esobola okugenda at least for 2 to 3 days yadenga ekuba yatonye yadenga amasanyalaze tegali iyo. So mubeera ne backup plan kubanga olaba waliwo companies nga sports betting, portbet teziriyo mu kyalo kyaffe nnyo. Kati ebintu ebyo byonna abaana babizanyira mu konga bali mu kibuga mu town eserere. Naye ate ngoba tulaba ntino abaana tubayigiriza computer bayinza okutandika business ngezo.
You want to engage the youths in gambling?
No, ngamba bayinza okutandika businesses relating ku computers. Gaming, computer gaming.
And don't you think entera kigenda ku increasing unemployment rates, because olyajja kumala akadde konna ng'ali wali mu kuzanya games oba kali na kubetinga naye nga takola?
Naye nga games are part of the society. Yes, so you need to refresh your mind.
You need to refresh your mind.
Yes. Regulations will be there. We'll work with
okay.
Now ogenda kuba kiboka. Waliwo yakubanga kiboka abantu.
Ejjemu ku mirimu gy'omubaka wa parliament, of course, mulimu legislation, budgeting, oversight, and representation. So where is your strength? Because in zona roles is omubaka wa parliament.
My strength is budgeting, because I look into it, because I intend to focus on empowering my people, looking at how we are going to develop. So I will be focusing on budgeting. Yes.
But don't you think also how you need to interest yourself in these other sides?
Well, that is
because there is overseeing government projects, and then there is legislation, because most of the Ugandans have this thinking of, when we elect a member of parliament, we want to see him on the floor of parliament addressing certain issues that are affecting us. So, don't you think that you need to interest yourself in these other sides as well?
Well, I come up with the theme of practical, demonstrable solutions for the community. My previous MPs have failed to lead our people of Serere because of staying in parliament with a bandwagon of being vocal. I can give you an example of Alice Alaso. She was too vocal when she was in FDC. Very vocal in parliament, but on the ground, zero. What happened? People got fed up and she lost the vibe. So you need somebody who fits in the community. Somebody who goes to the community and budgets and talks and plans and implements demonstrable solutions that best suit our people.
Well, you talked about one of the people in the race known as Emmanuel Omoding, as one of the people who has not been on ground to get to know the issues that are affecting the people of Serere. But then his father has been in this position. I believe he might have gotten some information of the things that are affecting the people of Serere. So how are you going to convince the people of Serere that, oh, I'm the best candidate for this? Because he might not he might not have grown up from Serere, but he gets to know the things that, over the challenges that are affecting the people of Serere.
Well, I think my brother Omoding Emmanuel is inheriting a house that has been built by someone else. So for me, I have already built my house. I've been on the ground, and I'm in touch with the locals. Okay. So there's a very big difference between inheriting something and being on the ground. So I've built my house, then the other person has just inherited. So he has not felt the pinch of constructing that foundation. So the foundation I have on the ground is like, I've grown up in a community. We have felt the pinch of poverty. We have moved together.
Okay.
So that's the strength I have. I have not inherited something.
Watugambye ova mu kibiina kya Jema. You had something to add on that, Lilian? Nga sinagenda ku point endala.
There is a new norm right now that is going on in Uganda, where in case an MP dies, a relative comes into we've said single parties goes fronting ngagendo zikwatira flag in the next election or by-election or whatever it is. So I would like to pick your mind on this issue. Is that how politics needs to be played in Uganda? How a relative comes in, over his son or anything, and then people elect that person because bawulire nnaku nti munayo lya yabaddewo avuddewo, so let's give this one nga engeri y'okumusanyusamu oba nga engeri y'okusiima the person abadde in that position?
Well, kiri mu record ku nsi yonna nti omuntu yeena nga okusiikira obuyinza oba power tasobola okukola nga taatawe oba the past person. Mu Uganda tubadde ne aba MPs abafudde. Katakwi waliwo Alengot abadde emyaka 8. Omuwala bamuwa obuyinza naye teyakola ekintu kyonna. Essaawa zino yadduka nagenda America. Tulina cases nyingi nnyo e Uganda. Nze Nganzi Gilbert ku nsonga eyo si supportinga. Kubanga there is a saying that if you want a society to develop, choose the right leadership. That's why you see countries like China, Singapore, and then the United Arab Emirates, they have developed. So you find that a person takes advantage of their sympathy and he relaxes, does not deliver to the best of the people. End result is disappointment, and so I don't support, I'm against it.
Okay.
Yes.
Tubadde wano atugambye nti ava mu kibiina kya Jema naye Jema outside Kampala si yeyina nnyo that much felt ground mu bantu. Mulina plan kinga Jema as a party okulaba nti abantu babategeera because abasinga tebabamanyi. Political parties ezimanyikiddwa mu bantu away from Kampala is FDC, NUP and NRM okusingira ddala ne anti abantu tebagimanyi. So what is your plan okulaba nti abantu bakutegeera nti oli ku kadi ya Jema because abantu abamu bagenda bakubisa kadi like abantu bamanyi kadi omuyaga guli gwatuleetera abantu gwe olaba umbrella tikinga omuntu agenda kujja ne umbrella ye babantu bamutikinge oli ajja kukozesa ajja kufuna sympathy vote nemwe nga abajema muyimiridde what is your plan okulaba nti abantu babategeera ate ne babawagira?
Ku nsonga eyo eya Jema obutamanyikiddwa mu byalo byaffe fenga Jema tulina ensonga y'okulaba nti no tukola sensitization, mass sensitization. Tubasomese manifesto yaffe abantu bategeere the difference ku manifesto yaffe ne manifesto
y'abantu abalala
yes.
abali mu contest.
Bano parties bonna bali mu government kati nabo batandika nga tebamanyikiddwa ko naffe.
But Jema hasn't started. Jema has been here with us.
Naye kati nze nayingidde tulina proposals, tulina ezo plans.
Wayingidde with new ideas.
Yes.
Okay.
Buli kintu nga mulimu new force. Rather than there is some change. Yes. New force brings new change.
Okay. Last year twalaba opposition parties nga zegattira wamu to work together, especially during elections. And in the Serere Bi-Election, twalabanga still opposition parties zisimbye ku muntu. I think that was Moses Satan.
Yes.
Yes. So if this happens in the Serere Bi-Election, opposition negamba, okay, we are going to front one candidate, go tugenda okusimba kemabega. Are you ready to give up?
No. Me as a Jema ticket,
you don't believe in unity?
I don't believe, I believe in unity, but then the ideologies differ.
But then, sorry to cut you short, opposition parties last year, Bariku Hotel Africana, and Jema was part of that group that was that signed ku kiwandike kyokolera awamu, especially during the elections. So if your party says, okay, we are going to, as opposition to Egase Fenda, we are going to front one candidate, era tojja kukkiriza?
I think I have party leaders, and I will be subscribing to them. Yes, so I think that is above me. When my leaders, my bosses say yes, decide. I think we will go by that.
Okay.
Yes.
On that particular issue, like, okulaba nti gwe tuvuganya oba gwe tuopposinga, because now you are part of the opposition people, nti tumumalamu kamaanyi. Tolowooza nti in these by-elections twandibadde nga ffe mwenga aba opposition mujja ne muleta one candidate mwena ne mumuteekako amaanyi nga it is one against one. Okay, nooli n'aleeta omu wa NRM because gwe muvuganya ne musobola okuba nga mwetulizinga numbers mu parliament ne musobola okuba nga ate at least ebirowoozo byammwe bimufronti nga birina backup nneneko okusingako bwe tunada, because most by-elections era NRM ejja kuziwangula because kati buli omu azze alaga interest owa Nuupu agenda kujja, owa ANT ajje, owa DP ajje, owa Jemawoyo ovuddeyo. So kati n'abantu abali badde nga bakola one force ne muba dividing. Mutebolooza nti mwetaaga ekintu ekiri lump sum like zona efforts zitunulire muntu omu.
Ku nsonga eyo ndooza abanene bange abakulu bajja kudecidinga.
Ate watyanga gwoba waddeka idea nogamba I am thinking we do this.
Yeah, tujja kutuuka kweyo ensonga nga elections campaigns zitandise. Kubanga force nga eri united ebeera n'amaanyi
mangi okusinga eyawudde.
Yes. Naye ne NRM bali balina ki? Differences. So as a position we can take that advantage to split them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Away from that, let's talk about cattle rustling. One of the problems in Serere County. Bonobo Yisemu, how are you going to address this problem?
Well, I think I'm in best position to handle that factor because already I am dealing in the GPS tracking system. I'm in touch with suppliers in China and Russia, so I intend to import animal GPS trackers.
Farida, at what the updates?
Ngabazikuba kumatu.
Ngabakubantu bebayecheza, yes.
Tukuba kumatu nemu muhoni. Nga tukozesa RFID technology. So ngenda okuyamba abantu bange.
How affordable would that be?
Affordable in a sense that it is below $50.
$50 ogere mu zawanozi.
Nga sente ziringa emitwalo 12 zokka.
Omuntu atasobole kuraisinga sente ezo.
Tujja kustructuringa ku sente ezo zibeere maybe in installments ku buli mwezi 12.
Izi mitwalo ogambye emitwalo emeka?
12.
Pakato.
Yes. For life.
Is it for life?
For life.
Don't you think sente ezo nyingi nnyo?
For life.
It is for life, yes. Katalewa miji kuba kodeva.
Tulina abantu kati abakola emmere
ya bulijjo.
Ya bulijjo akola teeka komo.
Tujja kutuula tulabe engeri gye tuyamba abantu baffe. Naye okugula China trackers ziva ku $10 ne $15.
Kakati enteno we tuba tugikubyeko nefa sobola okajjako nenkatika ku ndala?
Yes.
Okay. Even when I am selling it, I can remove it?
Yes.
And put it on another cow?
Yes. Or we transfer the IM number to the person who bought if he is interested in keeping. But if it's for consumption, we remove and give to the owner. So you have an account. Within the Serere, we shall have account munga managing ente zonna.
So kakati ente zange soko tunyonyole how it is going to work. Okay, baba bajibye. I am jitwakingira ku simu yange.
Ku simu ku mobile app. Buli omwa aina account ye.
But then we also look at this point where abantu abamu tebalina smartphones. Or even the people who have smartphones tamanyi bulungi ko.
Nga ino olugo lwente naye nga talina smartphone.
Abatalina smartphone tuina what we call the GSM technology. Tukozesa SMS ntino ente yonge evude ku area yo esindika SMS ku namba yo
neja ku simu.
Yes, ntino ente
go sindika oba esimu system yesindika direct
system. Yes.
Okay. So
ente namba bweti ne bweti esaze ekitundu eyingidde ekirala. Are you aware?
Yes.
Apart from that, don't you think wetagawo solution endala ng'ogyeko GPS tracking?
Solution endala eriyo is
me, I love the solution already.
It's called the cattle border management. Cattle border management. That's in Teso. Whereby nga tonaba okugenda ku district endala waliwo checkpoints. Ate ezo checkpoints zina details zonna ezente ezikotagana ne ente za district. Contacts zovudde. Oyina kubanga buli nte eyina tracking number.
Okay.
When you put that tracking number ku checkpoint eyo, ereta nanyiniyo. Kati bakubira nanyiniyo ente eno ogimanyi tino etukyuse wano. Kasita olina gamba ntino ye. Gwegenda.
But as this tracking device tayina bulabe ku nte oba ku nnyama gye tugenda olya nti oyinza otuleetera tuyinza olwala ebirwadde.
Teyina kansa kubanga ebibeera ku matu wano ebweru n'endala ebibeera ku honi munda. So teri blood infusion or hormonal changes. No. Yes.
Okay. Nga tuvuddeyo still ku nsonga eno eya cattle rustling, twogere ku nsonga ya land grabbing.
Yeah, yogedde ku point enene nnyo eyo. Land grabbing ndooza buli wamu weeri. So ensonga eyo nkulu nnyo.
Naye mu region ya Teso kiri ensonga eri very serious. From different ethnic groups and all that.
And tulina NGOs eziriyo ezikwatagana ne land issues. Tulina Iteso Cultural Union eyamba to immediate issues in relation to clan land disputes. Tulina also Law Society, Uganda Law Society, weri Teso ebayamba. So ku nsonga eyo eri very sensitive, you know, it's a government issue.
Yeah.
So as MP tosobola ku infringing into private lives ez'abantu nnyo. Wabula oyinza n'okukwatagana na NGOs and the government.
Naye togambye already NGOs zino we ziri n'ebirala ebiri in that caliber. But then we still have this problem of land grabbing in the region.
Yes, twetaaga okudebatinga mu parliament to pass a law or an amendment in relation to the Uganda land tenure system and management, whereby I think we need to digitize our land so that people stop the land grabbing.
Okay. Kolo Ethan has a question. I think it is a concern. He says, but a thief will know that the ear has a device and I cut off the ear. Is that sustainable? First, it is expensive. Second, it can be tampered with. But I think I want to agree with him. So, but you know, mchalo okubente ng'enkuba etonye bagenda kugoberera ebigere by'ente wezaayise. So you will come with boots. Ngazi sibako gumboots. So you and somebody gumboots. You can't know. So no nagamba bajazite kuzisala kama tu okuli GPS. And you.
Okay. Gobo saze amatu waliwo emunga erimu honi.
Nejimbo lisalako ekitundu.
Nga tonaba okugisala. Okay, nga wagisaze oyitawa. Oyitawa.
Nti wengisala kati ebe ekyalaga nti mukyagira beeri mbate mukyagira mulaba GPS yammwe weeri wano.
Naye tugende ku nsonga eya cross border ente tensonga eyina checkpoints. Ngoba ogenze ku checkpoints ngoba tugambe nga ogenze kuveserere ngogende Soroti. Owaliwo checkpoint.
But these cross borders have been there and they have not been function.
It's my initiative. So bakubuuza ente.
Evawa.
Where is the code? Because buli ente inu kubanga ina code. Ngoba otwala mu lufura bakubuuza code eyente. Eriwa. We want to make sure that every cow in Teso has a code. People who work in the lufura will be helping us that this week we cut these codes. So these codes will be published in the Gazette, in the New Vision, in the Teso or newspapers. So the owners will keep checking that, hey, my cow was cut from the Lufra of Soroti, of Lufra of Kumi, of Lufra of Kampala. So you track the movements of livestock in the area.
Is this applicable? Like,
it is. You know, there's nothing impossible in this world. It's just a human conscience that you need to deploy.
But
have a positive conscience.
There's also another comment still on that issue. This Ethan Mwine says $50 is almost 190K.
No, $10 to $15.
$10 to $15.
Yes.
Oh, because it's saying that's serious for people who can't afford basic necessities of life. How sustainable is this initiative even?
$10 to $15.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's go back to the issue of land grabbing, and then how are you also going to solve the issue of ethnic groups fighting? Because nachirabako sometime back nga the Jap balikwanagana ne Bateso, yes, still over land issues.
Okay, Teso, when you talk of the Japs and the Teso, that's Tororo, which is but outside my constituency.
Teso region.
Yeah. I think kunsonge yo tulina involving a government because ethnic conflicts are beyond the MP. Tulina involving cultural leaders and the clan elders. Bebamanyi ensonga kiki ekireta abantu okulwana.
But don't you think now with the Wozirionga MP obanga ombaka wa parliament lina kirisobola okola? Because in a region yonna ngojeko the Serere people boyagala okurepresentinga obeera ova mu region number oba representing abantu okuva in this region oba in the Teso region. So don't you think it now eddoboozi lyo in case of oyisemu lisobola okubaako kyerikikola oba kyerikyusa?
Lisobola kubanga obeera ng'olina abawagizi kata abawagizi baku listeninga. So oyina okugenda on the ground and do a consensus and do your research. Ntino enensonga evudde kuki. Then you do the conclusive analysis and come up with a solution.
Okay, yes. Nga tunaatera no okutuuka ku nkomerero ya ekibuzo kyaffe. Omukulu abuuza, why are you the best candidate for this?
Ndoza ensonga eyo nagyogedde dda ntino nze ennyumba nagizimbye mu kyalo ate nga foundation weeri bulungi eri very firm.
So okuzimba ennyumba also raises your chances of winning?
No, ennyumba is my profile.
Yeah, okay.
My profile. Singa oli inheritance profile ya taata we.
But then we would also love to hear experience yo mu politics. Oinako wobadde abantu basobodde okutegeerera njoke ntambudde from natandika political journey yange here nentambula wano right now kati ntuuse ku kyombaka wa parliament.
Okay, ku nsonga eyo political journey or political life si nkulu nnyo ku community solving issues kubanga tutulabye abantu abavudde without political life. Tugambe wano e Buganda Sebagala abadde tutali mu politics naye yava from nowhere. So twetaaga just practical solutions tuyamba abantu. Naye ku nsonga eyo mbadde ku politics ez'essomero mu high school as a health prefect. Ne mu University Victoria University I've contested as a guild president. So the elections are for tomorrow and Friday. So you never know, even I might become the guild president and also the MP.
So, at the same time,
yes.
So before we know our man.
Yes.
But then oyogedde ku ogambe political journeys si chamanyi. Don't you think it be to affecting right now okutunulira the quality of MPs abali mu parliament who reach there and they don't even know what to do, they don't even know where to start from. Of recent bali bagala kuongezaayo myaka gyabwe gye bamala mu parliament from 5 to 7 nga bagamba nti 5 years are not enough for them because they spend 2 years nga bakyategeera butegeezi what an MP has to do, where do they, biki balina okwogerako and all that. So don't you think nti omuntu atalina political journey oba atabadde active in politics be bana batuuka in parliament nga they don't even know what to do ne bataweereza abantu babalonda?
Nze Gilbert who's contesting for the MP for Serere district, Serere County.
Yeah.
I think it's an excuse to say you finished 2 years just knowing how the parliament works. There are all these things in the YouTube and in the e-world. You can watch this and study by yourself. We have people who are studying on YouTube and somebody knows how to do something on YouTube.
Yes.
Parliament is on YouTube. Why don't you just 1 month you watch YouTube how these people have been debating in Parliament? What are the things that they want? 2 years is too much. I don't go by that excuse. I don't. That's being lazy.
But don't you think nti okubeera at least active kiyambako omuntu okumanya ebintu ebimu, you know what to do, omanyi waawo okutandikira, omanyi direction gy'olina okwata?
Kituufu. Guidelines and procedures ziri mu Parliament. Bakwa. You read them and you ask questions. Upon reading and asking, most of the members of Parliament, they give them the handbook of how the Parliament operates. They don't have time to read it. Tebaina time. They have time to go and buy big cars, go for vacation. But for us, the young coming leaders, this is where we pride. We have a lot of time to read this and even go to YouTube and watch and compare the notes and be practical and vocal.
Okay. I had a problem with the nyumba, kuzimba nyumba, and then the inheritance.
It's a profile.
But still another person has a problem with it. Let me read his question and I keep paying. This nyumba profile thing has nothing with service delivery. We have most of our MPs living in Kampala and doing nothing in their constituencies. You cannot seriously come here and tell us that all people should vote for you because you have a Mama Ingia Pole in the constituency.
It's a profile. Viewers, when I talk about the house, it means that I have built my profile from the village. Unlike the other contestant or modding who is inheriting a house is a profile. He's inheriting a profile that the father has already created.
But that is not his problem. That is a plus for him. It is to his advantage.
It's a plus. But he's not demonstrable, applicable in the. He has not been on the ground to build his profile. Which profile you need to understand the problems of the people. By you inheriting the profile does not mean you know the dynamics of the community. You don't know.
Maybe he has been following the dynamics and the problems of the people. I want to...
Tata we abadde in that position.
Kituufu.
Yes.
Following, okugoberera and engaging in the community, zanjawulo. Waliwo baddeko mu kyalo nga omuntu yafudde nga tebalina what to do within, and then you come up with a solution, and then you just come and inherit. Kiki kyobaawa abantu? Kiki kyokoze mu community? Ensonga nkulu nnyo. Nze nga Gilbert, the MP coming for Serere County, I've got a youth, like 12 youths from the village of Serere.
Era mbadde nakubuuza biki by'okoze.
Kyendiko.
Okay.
I've got like 12 girls. Ne mbaleeta e Kampala. Ne mbasasula school fees eza tailoring. Full course. 12 girls. And I bought them the machines. The last girl just left in November 2020.
Okay.
I have 6 boys who are my ambassadors. I brought them from the village. After senior 4. One is working with the Judicial Service Commission here in Kampala. Government job. It's my effort. One is working with the microfinance in Tororo. One is working with Chiboko Enterprises. Another one is working with me. I do GPS tracking, CCTV cameras, is my technician. Another one is working with the Enol Millers. So this only shows you that gezezaako kuyamba abantu.
In your own capacity.
In my own capacity. Kati mumpe chance eyo. Mulabe the high levels of employment and connections. Kubanga I work with very many companies. I work with very many companies, Minister of Ethics, MTN, Chiboko Enterprise, very many. So the managers, I know very many. So working with the other development partners is not a big issue for me. Lobbying is my pride that these previous MPs have not been doing. So for you to be an MP, okubera MP, oyino kubango umanyi ebyokutunda, because you're selling your constituency. Lobby, kati oyino kutunda, oyino kubera oli salesman.
Okay.
Salesman of the constituency.
Sort of investors.
Yes.
In your community.
Kwagaliza aba investors twina lake. So I will work in hand that we attract people who come and do the fish processing plant in Serere. We have sorghum. We shall see the way forward of working with these Nile breweries to boost the production of sorghum in Serere for high beer. And then also we have potatoes. So we want to look at the processing plant for making chips, sweet potato chips in Serere.
Sweet potato chips?
Yes. Very nice. And then we also want...
It has been there?
It's coming up. We also want to have a cassava manufacturing plant in Serere whereby we process and add value to cassava because it's a it's a highly produced crop in Serere. So we want to process. You know that cassava can produce ethanol, paraffin. Ethanol.
I studied about it.
Yes. So cassava in Serere is the main crop. So we can bring an ethanol manufacturing plant in Serere. We have soya. We can start a soya milk plant in Serere. A lot in stock in Serere, people. So you need a leader who knows the problems of Serere.
And who knows where to find the solution.
Who knows how to find a solution? Because you need to be a salesman.
Because of cola ethanol is a long process.
Yes, but investors are there, processes are there, machines are there.
Transportation sector because enguudo is one of the things ebisobola okutambuza abantu bebakozesa okutambuza products from this side to the other side. So bino ebyenguudo wa ne transportation sector yo ogenda gikola kotya?
Ku nsonga ya transport sector is out of a mandate of the MP. Ensonga is for the local government. That is LC5. So,
but then ogenda in parliament and then you talk about this issue.
Yes, we will table them to the parliament that these roads need to be worked on, and those roads will be channeled to the local government. So it's the local government that budgets and allocation. And Buri district katibaba wa graders, machines zona. So there's no more need for you to bring those things because Buri district eina. So no excuse. Nzenga MP njakubanga I monitor.
You monitor, yeah.
Yes.
Teri mukola mu nnimiro ya muntu, eri mukola government. Okay. Erage ensonga z'esserere ziri nyenkanda naye kale tutambudde mpola nazo tuli mu kwogera ku nsonga z'esserere. Waliwo angambye banaye ayogereko ku disaster preparedness abantu b'esserere ye asuubira kubakolera atya kubanga disaster preparedness abantu wobateekateesa otya, what is your plan?
Okay, ku nsonga ya Serere disaster preparedness, I have a manifesto as GEMA. We intend to bring to revamp the TESO cooperative union strategy.
That is good.
Kusonga emere, poverty, and then hunger, famine issue. Tuberenga tulaba ntino emere yafe tuina a buffer stock.
Muina stock already.
Stock. Tulabe kulaba ntino the hunger has struck TESO. No. So we want to revamp back the TESO cooperative union, just like you see the Bugisu cooperative union, where we stock food and forecast the few coming months.
Yes.
So that we help our people.
Granaries.
Yes. Like I told you, when processing maize processing plants, we don't want to buy to sell maize to Kenyan business people or Kampala people.
Yeah.
Then they bring back after processing back to us at a high price. We want to harvest, stock, process
from your own
from Serere. Under my leadership, Serere is going to be the best constituency under GEMA party.
Okay. Tulina abantu complaininga abantu abalimi ne bagamba nti oluusi eddagala lye bagula ery'okukozesa okufuuyira ebirime fu ate nga liri katale nga likola. So abantu bano weteeseteese kubayamba otya because oyogedde ku nsonga y'okuba nti mutunuulidde nnyo eby'obulimi in Serere County nga emu ku ngeri gye munaayitamu okuyamba abantu okwejja mu bwavu. But then these people bavaye ne bagamba nti eddagala lye bagula katale si ddungi oba eri mufu?
Ku nsonga ey'abalimi eri nnene nnyo kino nze nga MP ndowooza tujja kuba nga tu establishinga what we call demonstrable farms. These demonstrable farms zina crops za njawulo ate we even put weeds. So we shall be testing different chemicals and weed masters, do those things to see chichi ekisobola okuyamba abantu baffe. Once we identify eno yeddagala esobola okukola bulungi ku bantu baffe, then we give you a good market. Yes, so we'll give the sole supplier that you supply our farmers with this in the entire constituency.
Okay.
So it's about research, demonstration, and identification. Simple. Okay. That's why wetaga omuntu ali built, who has built his profile. Muncharo, not to inherit.
But it's like even if I had not built my profile from Chalo, I can come and start about better yomuchalo, make my findings. Yes, then come on solutions.
But that will be a white elephant.
Money laundering in politics. Money laundering in politics. Era yemuku, should I call it a virus? Ekyasinze okulya ebyobufuzi bya Uganda. If you look at the 2021 elections, that was one of the issues abantu abamu gye bayogerangako. We have a problem of money laundering. Akalulu bakataddemu nnyo ssente. So nga Mwami Gilbert, I believe this is your first time. How are you going to handle that problem? Nti your opponent azene ssente n'aziteeka mu bantu oba najja n'ebisawo by'essente n'abigabira abantu naye ng'ate gwe olina manifesto yo nga gy'oyagala okuguza abantu.
Ensonga nnene nnyo tulabye these other political parties nga bayiwa nnyo ssente ku bantu at the last time to buy the vote. Naye tulina constitution egoverning ekintu ekyo.
The constitution is there, but it hasn't worked.
Yes.
Commercialization of politics
is
in Nigeria.
Woboina evidence, some video clips is iragantino, money was circulated. Omuntu yawangude ng'akozesa ssente osobola n'ogenda ku kooti. Then you sue.
But don't you think nti abantu beetaaga okusomesebwa on the quality of a leader gwe balina okutunuuliza amaaso oba gwe balina okulonda other than okulinda nga kiwedde n'ogenda mu kooti oluusi n'obujulizi buyinza n'okubula?
Kituufu oyinza n'osomesa abantu naye abantu balina obwavu, enjala ebaluma, baagala ssente naye bo tebamanyi nti no oli eyasansanya ssente ze ajja kuddayo mu parliament asooke alikavaringa ssente ze. Okuliko ono teyakozesa ssente ze ajja kukomawo mu bantu abalage kiki kyabadde ategeeza ku manifesto ye.
Mukolo Gilbert, obwedde oyogeranga okuba candidate omu manya takuliddemu is he the only threat? Because waliyo abantu bangi abalala abalaza interest. Waliyo ba independent, hulinawo NRM flag bearer, akyalina kaadi kati naye waliwo ono gw'oli mu kutunuuliza obusaale gw'okubako. Is he the only threat? Bali abalala olaba obeesobolera?
Bali beesobolera kubanga tebalina support mungi. Ono yazze kubanga sympathy.
Ajira ku linnya lya taata.
Sympathy, taata yafa ne maama. So abantu bamusympathizinga. Singa badde taliiwo bana abaliyo tebalina nnyo.
It is simply a walkover.
Kubanga weetaaga an ideology and a strategy. Just two things. An ideology and a strategy.
Okay. Of which you have.
Yes.
Tunatera okuwunzika kadde ndaba katambulidde ddala naye in these remaining minutes twagala oyongere abantu obategeeze manifesto yo nsonga ki in case you elected in that position nsonga ki gy'ogenda otandikirako era amaanyi g'ogenda singa gateekawa so tuyiseeyiseemuko kubiri mu manifesto yo.
Ku nsonga enkulu nnyo is the youth skilling program whereby we need to identify those youth who have the brilliant ideas with the positive mindsets within Serere constituency. And then also on the education, we need to help the schools in Serere with the past papers from these big schools in Kampala, and also do the exchange program of the teachers of Kampala, whereby we'll work with some development partners to see that we bring in on board the best teachers in Kampala to go for exchange program for 1 week, so that these teachers in the village schools get exposure. And then also we are talking about boosting the SACCOs savings, whereby many people can access these SACCOs funds and increase on their business transactions within Serere district, hence improving their livelihoods and be able to sustain their living. Farmers empowerment and sensitization, whereby we equip the farmers with the necessary knowledge and quick maturing seeds and the market for their seeds. And then also to revamp on the TESO Cooperative Union, whereby we have a collective bargaining power for our produce in TESO. And then also to add value on our produce in TESO, whereby we intend to establish processing plants of different crops in TESO, so that we accelerate in development of TESO district. We also intend to solve the cattle theft issue in TESO by introducing animal tracking devices. This will go with a barcode or tracking number for every animal, and also establish checkpoints of cross-border districts in TESO, whereby the police and the other forces will join their hands to see that the vice is eradicated. And then also we talk about the girl-child empowerment and sensitization within the community, whereby many of our TESO people look at a girl child as a source of income. So we want to remove the stigma from our people. We also have business incubation projects within the TESO, whereby we will call upon the youth who have the innovative ideas and solutions and incubate these ideas into the reality. And then also bring quick maturing seeds for the people of Serere, whereby we move away from the old traditional crops that take a whole season of 4 to 6 months. We bring in the 3 months seedlings to our people. And then also we talk about boosting the security, working with the government to see that these young people do not involve in the criminal activities, because we have high school dropouts who are involved in thuggery and thefts. So we also intend to establish computer training and learning centers in every sub-county. This will accelerate the computer knowledge among our people of Serere district. There's a lot in stock. There's a lot in stock.
Okay.
Yes.
Before we conclude, there is a question here. Someone asks, how could the first 100 days in the August House be like if voted?
Thank you so much for the question from the viewer. The first 100 days would be to go on the ground and call all the youth for mass registration for a skilling program scheduled within 2 to 3 months. So they will have a selection of which program they want. Then I go back and work backwards. That's my 100 days. It's a youth focus right now.
Okay.
Then women.
So all your efforts are on youths and women.
Yes.
I am also supporting you, but I'm not your voter. I could have voted for you.
Thank you.
Ngawe tumaliriza, what do you love doing in your free time? Toli ku mirimo gyo, toli kakalukana bya politics, manya je mapate, kiki ky'owulira kimuli ky'okola mu biseera y'eddembe?
During my usual time, I am always watching motivational speakers because they give me positive energy. When I feel I'm weak, I watch a motivational speaker. It gives me the vibe to move.
Well, like I can do it.
I can do it. So it has given me a can-do attitude. I have a can-do attitude. I move across mountains. limitless, fearless, risk taker.
I think I wish anyone can adopt that I can do attitude. I think it is a good one. I can do it. I can do it like buli kimu kiraba ngosobola okikola.
Farida katono nnyo nga tetunaba kuwunzika waliwo ekibuuzo ekize in my inbox. Onaabuuza in case things don't go as planned, because in elections waliwo a winning na losing. But if things don't go as planned, are you ready to work with that person anabeera wangudde okumuwa these ideas zoina kumeza oba zoina in your manifesto?
Ne contacts, connections.
Well, that depends. Yeah, we shall work in hand, but this will show the community that they voted for incompetent person. They left there.
So
I will be working with him, but
him or her.
I will be selling myself for come 2026.
Wow.
I'm available.
So you will be like, okay, he's the one you voted, but I am the one doing these
That
things.
is it.
Your parting shots.
That is it.
Your closing remarks.
My closing remarks, vote for a leader with the practical, demonstrable abilities. For a society to develop, it's about leadership. That's my closing remark.
So what is your slogan?
My slogan is limitless with a positive can-do attitude.
Wow.
Limitless with positive can-do attitude. Wow. Kati fe abamu tulina tulumbe twetwase twegatte banaye bingi mwebale kutulaba abatukereddeko ku mpewo zaffe za The Alternative Digitalk. Njagala okubeebaza nnyo mwebale commenting Ethan Mwine, thank you so much. Webale kubanga ate mukwano obeerako everyday ng'ate onyumyamuko naffe tetulina kye tuyinza kuwa apart from thanking you. Namwe mwena ababaddeko abakommentiza ababuuziza ebibuuzo byammwe abatwebaziza show nammwe mwebale nnyo. Even our guest of the day, thank you for keeping it here, thank you for keeping time, thank you for sharing all these ideas with us. Tusuubire nti ate abantu b'e Serere bafunyeemu ndowooza mutandise okola tugenda basombera bonna ba candidate abali mu kwesimbawo e Serere kati buli omu mwe musunsule mulabe agundi oli yatugamba bw'ati ate ono atugambye bwe biti tumulabe who is the best candidate gwe musobola okwentrustinga with your vote. Lilian gwe nkoze naye olunaku lwaleero ajja kubajja waneeno ne tiimu yonna agisunsule mpola.
Kakati nno omukulu Etomet Gilbert ndowooza munaye manifesto ye mugiwulidde bulungi nnyo, mumulabiranga ddala mu kaseera kali munnange bw'onaabanga osuulayo akalulu mu bokisi ojjukiranga ebimu ku ebyo byayogedde oba byayagala okubanga akolera abantu b'omu kitundu kye aba abantu b'e Serere. So byonna tubyogedde abitutasobodde kubanga twogerako munnange bw'onoomulabanga ng'atuusizza okunoonya akalulu ebibuuzo bino bimubuuze direct. Mubuuze ekibuuzo ky'ayagala omubuuza nga teweekiriridde, because ono yagenda okuba omubaka wo mu parliament okutuukira ddala ate we tuliddamu okubanga tulonda. So bw'obanga olonda bwako ebintu ebimu byogobererwa byotunuuliza amaaso, tolonda bulonzi nti nonze nkyejjeko, naye omuntu gw'olonda ogenda ku floor ya parliament akuteeseze. Bw'anaateesa ebintu ebitakuyamba munnange kino kijja kuba kiddayo ku ggwe eyalonda. So bino tubyogedde, naye ate munnange sunsulamu bonna oba owulidde abantu ab'enjawulo nga bazze okusaba akalulu bateeke ku minzaani olabe ani aleese ideas ezibayamba mwenga abantu ba Serere. So munnange sijja kubanga njogera bingi nnyo, mwebale nnyo mwenna abatugoberedde. Omukyala Farida bwe tubadde tutambuza programu eno olunaku olwaleero, mwebale nnyo mwenna be tukoze nabo mu control room, ku kamera. Tweyanziza nnyo, tweyanzeege. Kambagaliza okubeera bulungi, mweraba.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704111720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.